What's good, YouTube? Simply Breezy, back at it again. I just got home from the dentist. I couldn't watch the Update 2 live stream this morning. I was sitting in Discord talking with guildmates about it, kind of what their thoughts, and got a little bit of an idea of what was going on, but I didn't get to watch it. I was a little upset, but that's cool. I just got home. I just watched this thing probably like 2 times, maybe 3, like bits and pieces. This after I watched it once, I went back, I took some notes. I know the patch notes are coming out later today, and that'll have definite things, like actual numbers and things they maybe didn't talk about. But I wanted to give just a summary video regarding this Update 2 live stream this morning. And I've got some notes here, like things that they talked about, like kind of just a summary of what was discussed. I'll try and keep it short, but I'm pretty excited about all of it. This is, I mean, they talked about a lot. They left out a lot, but they talked about a lot. I'm excited. So we've got, you know, the video up on the stream, or the recording right now. Gabby and Dan. Sorry. Gabby and Game Love Dan. I'm assuming that's Dan. I can't.
Working.
We're just gonna find out.
Right. Hi everybody.
Because I forget.
Gabrielle. I think I introduced myself
Gabby,
in the first stream.
Brilliant community manager.
Introduce myself again. I am the new community
okay, come on.
And Sean is on vacation.
Sean is on vacation. Probably watching. What's up, Sean?
I just want to show you guys real quick our Discord channel.
Okay, Discord channel. That's cool.
So we have the announcement.
We know the art.
Here, but also, and then we have a whole bunch of Sean's.
Whole bunch of Sean's.
Sean's.
This video's taking longer than I wanted.
I know, right? Anyway. So that's our Discord. And yeah, Sean will come back soon, hopefully. I think Sean's actually watching us now, so hello.
Hello, Sean.
Let's start with update.
All right. So, I'm Dan Porter, game designer on the project.
Dan.
So I have a bunch of...
Game Love Dan. All right, cool, guys. So, Gabby and Dan, thank you so much for the live stream. Awesome information. Let's talk about it. So we got up on the screen, you know, like an outfit for the Archangels right now. We'll break into that. But the big points that I'm going to talk about and discuss that I took notes on, here are co-op, the outfits, new sets and new legendary debuffs, as well as some AI fixes and balancing and game balancing of different champions, along with the arena. So we could just hop over and get some gameplay going on in the background. There we go. Check out some Steel Widow runs while we talk about this. But ultimately, let me get my notebook out here. I took a lot of notes, guys. I'm not kidding. I'm serious about this. But I'm excited. So really, so we get co-op. The first thing to say about co-op is that it's not going to be available upon Update 2. That's the first thing they said. They let us know right away. It's unfortunate, but it sounds like they're planning an event for the release of co-op, so it shouldn't be long after Update 2 comes out. I'm guessing a week or 2, maybe. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But we're not getting co-op immediately, but we are getting it after Update 2 shortly. It's going to have 3 difficulties, the highest one being Nightmare, where you can play with 3, 4, or 5 people. Up to 5 people. The lowest difficulty, you can play with bots, so you don't have to have people to play with. But the thing to note about that they didn't really outline with was that those bots are going to be champions from your inventory. So they're going to be your champion, all 5 of your champions, you manual 1, and then the rest are bots, right? Well, what they said later on in the stream then is that champions get exhausted, but they get exhausted per difficulty. Which is cool, that's good, but they get exhausted, right? Once you use a champion, you can't use it in that difficulty again for the rest of the day. So and then bots get exhausted too. So if you use 5 of your own champions in the normal difficulty, that's 5 champions you built that you can't use, that you get 1 run and 1 round of rewards for. So it's gonna highly benefit you guys, from my understanding, to be running it with a party. If you're going to do normal mode, if you're early game still trying to break in and get some of those chaos shards or like outfit tokens, and you want to check it out, but you haven't been farming for months, you know, like some other players have been, and you're still just breaking into the game, maybe look for people to do that, friends, guildmates, so you don't have to waste 5 champions. Like maybe if you're at that point where you're only doing normal with bots, I mean, you probably won't have a ton of champions. You might be only able to do it once or twice. So try not to do it with bots was going to be my recommendation from what I heard today. That could change though. But so your champions go on a daily exhaustion. Once you complete co-op successfully on each difficulty, they exhaust per difficulty. So I can beat the normal difficulty with my sig run with a group of people, and then I can beat the second difficulty with my sig run with a group of people, and I can beat the third. So each champion can complete 3 different co-op raids, 1 of each difficulty a day. So that's cool. So you have 3 difficulties. Champions get exhausted per difficulty per day. And then from these co-op raids, you get new gear sets, you get outfit tokens and chaos shards. And the outfit tokens, it was made clear that they have a cap that you can get per day, per difficulty. So if you can do all 3 difficulties with a ton of different champions, each day you're going to get a lot of those outfit tokens, it sounds like. As far as... And the outfit tokens aren't going to be a chance to drop either. They made it a fact. We're very firm that they're going to guaranteed drop. So you're going to get them from each difficulty each time you run a co-op mission. How long that mission is going to take, we don't know. They didn't show any of the actual gameplay, but we've been told, and it's been stated in the past that it's going to be manual play. But now we have a little more of the details outlining it. So these new gear sets that you can get, there's one of them that you can only get from the highest difficulty, which they said was Nightmare. The other 2 are going to be available from the lower and the medium difficulty, it sounds like. And those gear sets are going to be revolve around the effects of the 3rd gear set that we get from Nightmare difficulty, which applies legendary debuffs that the boss applies from co-op called Blight. So it's kind of a set to counter effect the boss's abilities, it sounds like. So we got the 3 difficulties, exhaustion per champion per difficulty, a cap of rewards or outfit tokens we can receive. We'll touch on outfits a little bit more in a minute, guys, from each difficulty per day. And there's going to be a matchmaking lobby, they said. There's going to be a lobby chat. So that leads me to believe that there's going to be a matchmaking ability. If you don't have friends online to invite, you can match with random people for it if you don't want to play with bots. And then there'll be like a chat lobby to talk with them. So that's pretty cool. That was, I missed that the first time I watched. And then the other thing, as we were touching on, like new players, maybe using bots, co-op is going to unlock after you beat Elder Drake 7. After you beat Elder Drake 7, you have access to co-op. So you can start running normal mode with bots, or the basic easy mode with bots, or with players. So we've talked a lot about the outfit shards now within co-op. So the outfits, what they're going to be, from what they said on the stream, is there's going to be special outfits and more new unique outfits. I'm not 100% sure on all of the variations, but there's going to be they're going to be obtainable through the outfit shards that you can get from co-op. You can get from 5v5 as well, they said. There'll be a daily quest or a daily task to win one 5v5 match, which you receive some tokens for. You can get tokens from 5v5 matches after that as well. Similar to the rewards right now for PvP points and LD shards in 5v5, those are also going to be limited per week, the same way those other rewards are in 5v5. And then you can get them from co-op. Essentially the shards are going to allow you to purchase this outfit for the champions, or a classic outfit for champions that don't have one made yet, a cosmetic outfit made yet, or for ones that you don't like that cosmetic and you want the basic, but you still want the outfit stats that we'll touch on in a minute. You can purchase them with gold and those tokens, or with gems. It looked like it was about 200 gems. You can see, you saw on the screen at the beginning of the video I had up from the stream, it was like 25,000 gold and 2,000 tokens to upgrade. So here's the thing. Each outfit, whether it's the classic outfit or the new cosmetic outfit, like that Fallen Xavier we saw, can be upgraded 5 levels. Each level increases a one stat by 1%, and each champion's outfit has a predefined stat. So the Archangels, and we saw, and then they said for the Golems, have HP percent. So you can get plus 5% HP with these outfits. So the outfits, I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, outfits shouldn't be tied to statistics in games. It's going to be so minimal. So every Archangel, 5% HP from an outfit. That's it. The golems, every golem, 5% HP. It looks like the bounty hunter they showed, defense. And then as far as going stats and 5v5 goes, they're going to have just like a flat stat increase. So the Archangel I saw had, or the bounty hunter I saw had defense, where each level up it got 2 flat defense, so it was 10 flat defense for 5v5. That's it. Not huge differences, guys. So that's good that the stat increases aren't going to be amazingly like game changing, but just a little bit. That'll scale off of their base statistics, which is good. That's cool. We got level 1 through 5, 1% per level. So level 2 you'll have plus 2 HP, then level 5 you'll have 5% HP on those Archangels. Increases the glow effects per level, so that's kind of cool. For like that Archangel skin looked awesome. That Fallen Xavion, Fallen Terrellion, Fallen Archangels that they showed look fantastic. So if those glow effects get better and better, the higher you level them up, and the ones they showed us were level 0, I can't wait to see what they look like. Special outfit tokens, and then yes, so there's gonna be the basic outfit tokens, and then they mentioned something about special outfit tokens that will allow you to unlock outfits for unique champions, like unique outfits for champions. So so these aren't going to be obtainable, it sounds like, from co-op, or they might be a rare. I don't know. The only way they said for sure that you can obtain these special outfit tokens is through a co-op guild leaderboard every week. So it sounds like from running co-op missions, you get points for your guild for successful completions, a different amount of points for different difficulties, and then they go towards your guild points, and then at the end of every week, top couple guilds are going to receive different amounts of these special tokens, which will be able to be used for special skins, I believe are the words they used in the video. So that's interesting. I'm excited to hear and learn more about that. But it sounds like there'll be certain skins that are only available for, you know, people that are really just dominating co-op and doing tons of it, or at least guilds with tons of those players in it. So if that's something you're interested in, start looking for a more competitive guild right now. If you want more of those cool cosmetics and transmogs, if that's your flavor, if that's your thing, you want those rare, unique ones that less people have, get into a competitive guild, or get into a guild of people that all they want to do is co-op, and they have the champion list, the box to do it. They have 15 plus 6-star units already waiting and ready to go. That's what it sounds like you're going to need to do if you want those special ones. But again, that's really all they said about it. Not a ton of information surrounding those special tokens. So, okay. But then moving on to more rewards from co-op, as we've been talking about, these chaos tokens, chaos shards, chaos token, or chaos orbs, and chaos shards, orbs and shards. Right. So it sounds like we only get them from, it doesn't sound like it is. We can only obtain them from the nightmare difficulty of co-op. It takes 50 shards to make an orb. We don't know how many shards you get per completion of a run, though. But it takes 50 shards to make an orb. And then you can use that orb to re-roll all of the substats randomly on one piece of gear. And then you can choose whether you want to keep the original substat list or the new substat list. If you've played Summoner's War, identical to Reappraisal Stones. You have you take a plus 12 piece of gear, preferably a legendary piece of gear. That's where you're going to get the most stats from, right? Because you've rolled 4 different stats 4 different times instead of 2 or 3 stats 2 or 3 times and then gotten a random original level stat. But we won't break into that too much. But it's going to take the substats you have rolled on a piece of gear, so I recommend using it on a plus 12 piece of gear that's already rolled that you don't like the way the substats rolled. Roll it on that. Say you have 2 rolls into flat defense, 1 roll into accuracy, 1 roll into resistance, and then 1 roll into, and then you have your flat attack sitting there that you got from plus 12ing like an epic piece. You can take that, reappraise that epic piece of gear if you want. Let's say it's like, and then you could get, say, like 16% crit rate. That's like 1 roll into crit rate, 1 max roll into crit rate with a max original crit rate stat, 8% plus 8 more percent. And you could have like 2 rolls into crit damage. So you can be up to like 20% crit damage, and then a flat attack percent, or a standard attack percent at like 5% or 8%, right? it can completely change those substats around to a usable piece of gear. So those are awesome. Those are cool. I love the fact that they're only obtainable through playing the game, through playing Nightmare co-op. So it tells me the game's not going to be flooded with them. They're going to be few and far between, hard to obtain. That's cool. It's not going to make them broken and just give people overnight, immediate, amazing triple S tier gear. That's awesome. I like the way they're doing that. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get my hands on them. I've got a lot of legendary pieces I'm unhappy with sitting around waiting to reroll. They said it's not a chance to get them on drop with completing co-op. The same way with the tokens, the outfit tokens, I believe. They're guaranteed. That note might have been for the tokens, not for the shards, so I'm not positive on that. Guys, don't take my word on that one. I've got some notes scattered. Oh, right. So here's the rest of the things regarding co-op. The new sets that apply new debuffs and whatnot. So there's 3 new sets that they showed us that they told will be obtainable through co-op. Those sets are Resilient, Hollowed, and Blighted. So I'm not looking down. Let's do this. Resilient, Hollowed, and Blighted, right? So the Resilient set is going to give you, I believe it said it was a 2-piece set. It's going to be a 30% legendary debuff resistance. So it is not going to affect your ally champions that are equipped with this set. It's not going to affect their standard resistance to normal debuffs, but it is going to give them a 30% resistance against having legendary debuffs applied against them. So it sounds like the co-op boss is going to apply legendary debuffs. One of them is Blighted, which we can then apply back with this Blighted set we just mentioned. So it'll give us a chance to resist that, 30% chance to resist that. The Hollowed set, I believe, was also a 4-piece set. Every 10th attack removes a legendary debuff. So the thing about these legendary debuffs we've talked about, or we're gonna talk about, is that they're new in the game, right? They're not able to be removed by abilities that remove debuffs or cleanses. So it sounds like the only way for now to remove these legendary debuffs is with this Hollowed set. Every 10th attack removes legendary debuffs. So they could be really good on someone that you have attacking super fast. So you want to find fast attacking units, or maybe put it on several units or 2 or 3 units so that you have multiple people constantly attacking, removing these debuffs. It's going to be key, it sounds like, in this Nightmare mode. And then there's the Blighted set, the 3rd set they talked about, that we can obtain only from Nightmare, the Hollowed and Resilient, probably from the other 2 levels, as well as Nightmare maybe, but Blighted will only be acquirable or obtainable from this Nightmare co-op level. It's every 10th attack, you apply a stack of Blight. And so the Blight is one of these new legendary debuffs, and it reduces all stats. So it's HP, defense, resistance, accuracy. I don't know if there was attack speed in there or not. I think it was. It's all percent stats by 1%, and you can stack up to 15 stacks. So up to a 15% HP, defense, resistance, accuracy, attack speed reduction to a boss. And then if it's being applied to you from the boss of co-op, it's a 95% reduction of all of those. This is what I got out of watching the stream. So that's insane. That could roll triple crit damage, but we're going to sell it. I don't like the odds. We'll just take the gold. But so we can apply with a Blighted stat, 4-piece Blighted set on a couple champions, up to 15 stacks to lower different bosses, whether they're Ascended bosses, the co-op bosses, our enemies in the arena, to lower all their stats by 15%. There was also another set and debuff that was shown, but they didn't talk about it at all, and they didn't say it was acquirable from co-op. I found this kind of interesting. I think they put it in there as a little Easter egg. It was called Withering. I saw a Withering debuff that said reduces HP by 1% up to 20%, up to 20 stacks. And then it said that the Withering debuff came from, or you applied these stacks by using the Withering gear set. So they didn't touch on that at all, but it was in there, it was in the video. They hovered over it once or twice. It's really interesting. So I'm curious where that's going to come from. What kind of content they have in the game or are planning to put in the game in the future that they haven't told us about yet. That's kind of cool. So 4 new sets, 3 new obtainable sets that are actually coming in the update as far as we know. And then a couple new legendary debuffs. like this blighted, and then they touched on legendary mortal wounds. So it's essentially mortal wounds that prevents healing, but it can't be removed by a cleanse. Say the Water Magical Girl, or Violet, the Dark Dryad. They can't take off that legendary mortal wounds or that blight. You need someone equipped with this hollowed set that removes a legendary debuff every 10 attacks. So those are interesting new mechanics that'll come into play in PvP and co-op that they mentioned. And then obviously the Ascended boss raids too. It sounds like there'll be huge benefits to us. Help take down those Ascended, like Elder Drake 15, Steel Widow 15, and make our way to them in general. Because I know a lot of people aren't even at them yet. I'm not even at them yet. So those are cool. Those are the debuffs. The legendary debuffs also ignore 50% of target resistance. Was one thing that they had mentioned that I forgot to touch on. Irremovable by cleanse, and then that withering one that they didn't really say anything about. So that's co-op. That's everything that comes along with co-op. The outfit tokens, the chaos orbs, the new sets, gear sets, the new debuffs, and what the gear sets do and how they work with those debuffs and whatnot. And then the last big part that they talked about towards the end of the stream of the last half was AI and AI fixes and monster champion balancing. So they're fixing the AI issues with like the arena things like Sigrun, the Light Valkyrie, or Violet, the Dark Dryad, casting their ults or those brambles or the Sigrun's ult, for example, and then champions just standing there not doing anything. They're fixing that where they're gonna charge forward. They're gonna go into those. It's not as good as going around, avoiding danger, but it's a fix so they don't just stand there doing nothing. And there's a counter to that. You bring immunity to counter, the snare or the dazzling, the stun from Violet, right? You bring tankier champions against Sigrun, so they're gonna plow into that. They're not gonna die right away against it. So that's cool that AI is getting fixed. And then they talked about a lot of balancing. So balancing for like PvP in general, for the competitive like rankings of it. They said they're going to adjust the ranking tiers to match the player base that the game has. And they're going to continue to watch it and adjust that ranking based on the player base as the game grows, which is awesome. So it's going to make it actually like feasible for someone to hit rank 1 and get the rank 1 point trophy, whatever that 4-star that week or that season is, because right now no one's hitting it because it's too high of a rank, 2,000 trophies, which is based on a much larger player base scale. So they're changing that, so it's going to be easier for people to rank in the actual like tiers that they get, like rank wise, not trophy wise. So that's cool. That's an awesome needed fix, and I'm excited to hear that they're going to keep watching it and adjusting it as the player base changes and fluctuates. And then champion balancing, they said they're going to balance and buff a lot of the 3-star champions because they want people playing with those more, which is cool. So we'll see some new 3-stars come out of the woodwork, so people will start building that no one's really bothered touching with yet. So that's exciting and awesome, guys. Along with invulnerability for the Water and Dark Archangel balancing and Diva balancing and fixes. So with the invulnerability, they said they're going to change it so that it's not going to affect an individual Archangel, but stacking multiple invulnerability casting Archangels to a 7.5% like gap from the moment that the invulnerability is applied, where it can't be recast. So it's going to end up being like a 4-second gap or 6-second gap or something. They came out on Discord already and adjusted it and tweeted and said, hey, thanks for the feedback and everything, guys. We're changing it. Said we've decided that based on this, we're going to adjust the invulnerability downtime to 6.5 seconds, starting from the moment you receive the buff. So this means 4 seconds of invulnerability, 2.5-second downtime. It's about a 61.5% uptime, and I assume that math, it sounds like they did state here, is depending on, like an adept set, max skill ups, a greater demon synergy trait, a 20% cooldown, stuff like that. So that's getting fixed. I think it's tolerable. It's great, actually. having 100% uptime and vulnerability, a mechanic, or having 100% uptime on a mechanic like invulnerability is definitely game breaking. Everyone in the community has been talking about it for months since the game came out. It's going to shift the meta. I'm excited. And then D.Va, the last thing they talked about was that they're changing her healing, they're lowering her healing, and they're changing her stun. It does 3 stuns. Her third skill is now going to cast 3 times the way it did. It's going to stun once, but in case it doesn't stun that first time, it has 3 chances to stun, right? If someone has super high resistance and you have low accuracy on it, something like that, guys. So it's only going to stun once out of 3 chances, lowering its healing, and then the Starstruck, they said it's not a debuff, so it doesn't have like a chance to land, it just lands. So that tells me the D.Va needs less accuracy unless you're really concerned about that stun. But they said the reason it wasn't applying and showing a debuff icon on the boss is because A, it's not a debuff. And then for the Drake and the Bull Demons, there's actually an invisible wall in front of them, the way the game is coded. And Starstruck is the first, that the spell that applies, Starstruck, whatever the name of it is the first skill they've programmed into the game that bounces off walls. So it bounces off that invisible wall and doesn't actually get to the boss. And so the update's going to fix that, so it's going to affect the boss. But the reason it doesn't have an icon is because it's not actually a debuff. It's some kind of special effect where if we look closely, we should be able to see like little sparkles and musical notes around enemies to see that they're affected. But the boss, because it's larger, it might be harder for us to see that. But it will be working, and it is working on the Steel Widow right now. So that's pretty much it for the update, guys. That's everything that they talked about that I took note of and that I really heard and focused on that made me excited, that I thought was worth talking about. They did end the stream with the fact that the light mushroom will not be given put in game. I don't know, and something about a dark bee not getting buffed. But those are funny side notes. It looks like they just dropped the release notes too, you guys. I wasn't going to read them on here, but they literally just came out with them on Discord. It's a big chunk. I pretty much probably talked about all of it already, but hot damn am I excited, so we're going to put them up on this video. Because why not? Let's just make it longer. Like, everybody loves long YouTube videos. Hot damn. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So we're just going to... where's my right monitor? Pa. Okay. Oh, dang. That actually came through pretty damn nice, too. Perfect. Update 2 patch note preview. Highlights co-op boss raid. Join forces with 4 players and face the Baldragor the Undead Dracolisk in real-time co-op raid. Damn, that's a dope name. Changes every week. That's something I forgot to mention. Yeah, skill set changing every week. Coordination, cunning, reflexes. Sure. Outfit your champions. Elixir Lab that I also had a note on I forgot to talk about. They're also adding an Elixir Lab into the game where you can build and break down elixirs. So for 10 small elixirs, you can make 1 mighty elixir for 10 small and then 5k gold. And then for 10, or not mighty, medium. Where is it? Yeah, 10 minor for 1 medium and 5k. 10 medium and 25k for 1 mighty elixir, and then in reverse. So you can break down 10 or 1 mighty for 10 medium, it looks like, and that costs 25k, and then backwards to from mediums to minors. New gear sets. Discover Withering, Resilient, Hollowed, and Blighted gear sets, along with new debuff and debuff mechanisms. Okay, so maybe we are getting the Withering, the 4th Withering set in the update. Cool. Chaos Orbs, reroll substats, champion balancing, many 3 stars, and 5v5 arena improvements. So let's get into the actual patch notes, because we don't want to make the video too much longer. Elder Drake has risen again as the terrifying undead Dracolisk Baldragor. So it's the Elder Drake we've been killing, rising from the dead. Sweet. Evolving boss, skill traits, elements, and summon minions change with every event, or with each event. Okay. We're starting out with 1 week per boss event, but this length may change based on testing and player feedback. Okay, that's good to know. Cool. All versions of Balrog use the new Blight Legendary debuff that we talked about. Is that 15% all skill reduction for 1% per stack, max 15 stacks, but it sounds like 95% from the boss. So this raid is unlocked by defeating Elder Drake 7. Drops outfit tokens, chaos shards, only on nightmare difficulty, and several new gear sets. Notes below for more details on these items. 3 difficulties. Epic, 3 players, bots allowed. Legend, 4 players, no bots. Nightmare, 5 players, no bots. Okay. Co-op boss raids don't use energy, which is something I forgot to mention as well, so good. When you defeat the boss, champion goes on exhaustion for that difficulty until the end of the day. If you use a champion as a bot, it will also be exhausted. Champions lose exhausted status every day reset, same time as normal standard daily reset. Those daily quests reset. Players can attempt boss as many times as they want while developing new strategies. Yeah, so your champion doesn't go on exhaustion until you beat it, so that's cool. Also features a group lobby chat, so players can communicate before starting the fight. And co-op event leaderboards and rewards can be found in the rankings menu. Awesome. Menus and meta. New features. Chaos orbs. We know what those do. We're aware. We're familiar from people of us that have played Summoner's War. I talked about it earlier. Can be found in co-op raids on Nightmare difficulty. Only found in special events, co-op. Orbs. And there's a new orbs tab. Okay, in the gear tab. Within the gear tab, it sounds like. The Elixir Lab we just touched base on. New buffs and debuffs. Legendary buffs. Legendary buffs work exactly like normal buffs, except for they cannot be removed by skills that remove buffs. Legendary debuffs work exactly like normal debuffs, except they ignore 50% of the target's resistance and cannot be removed by skills that remove debuffs. Withering, a legendary debuff. Reduces the max HP of enemy by 1% stack, and we saw on the stream that it's up to 20 stacks. Blight, legendary debuff that reduces max HP, attack, defense, resistance, and accuracy. Dang. By 1% per stack, up to 15 stacks. We saw that on the stream. Inflicted by co-op boss Balrog and by the Blighted set. Baldragor. Sorry, Balrog. Baldragor. What is this, Lord of the Rings? And then Rage. Oh, dang. A buff that only applies to bosses. Each stack increases the boss's damage by 1% and cannot be removed. See boss raids patch notes for more details. So we're probably getting boss raids down here somewhere. New gear sets, Withering. Dropped by Steel Widow Stage 11 Plus. Okay. That's news. That's brand new. So Steel Widow 11 Plus is dropping the Widowing set. Every 10 attacks applies 1 stack of the legendary Withering debuff, and we already know it from above and from the stream that it's up to 20 stacks and it's 1% HP per stack, so it's minus 20% HP on bosses for this set. It's a 2-piece set. Hell yeah. Resilient, also a 2-piece set, dropped by Baldragor and co-op raids on any difficulty, increases legendary debuff resistance by 30%, so your champions will have a higher chance of not being affected by Blight from the boss, essentially. Which is probably going to be key for like stacking 3 sets of these on one tank champion or support champion to beat the Nightmare level, but we'll see. This resistance is not halved by legendary debuffs the way normal resistance is, but it does not apply to normal debuffs. Okay, 4-piece hollowed set, dropped by Baldragor in co-ops on any difficulty. Every 10 attacks removes 1 legendary debuff from all allies. And then the Blighted 4 set, dropped by Baldrag in co-op raids on Nightmare difficulty only. Every 10 stacks applies 1 stack of the legendary Blight debuff to the primary target. So you can drop 35% HP of the ascended boss raids at, level 14, 15, 13, whatever, by using a Blighted Withering set combo on your champions. That's pretty cool. But that's every 10 attacks, it sounds like, for both of them. So you need people attacking a lot. You'd probably need a couple champions with both of these to beat those 15 raids, but that's still cool. Bonus daily quests added. Bonus dailies do not count towards the complete all dailies quests. Awesome. So we're not forced to play 5v5 to get those gems every day. But the 2 new bonus dailies are win 1 match of 5v5 for outfit tokens and defeat Baldragor on any difficulty for outfit tokens. But you don't have to do 5v5 if you want to get your daily quests and gems done. Awesome. Updated player guide, new section outfits, added ritual summonings tab to the summoning section, added co-op. So the player guide, if you've ever looked at that, guys, is updated. Cool. Buffed ascended boss loot. Okay, this is something they didn't talk about on the stream, so this is cool. This is all new. Remove 4-star gear from Ascended Elder Drake and Steel Widow stages 11 plus. Thank you, Gameloft. I speak for the entire community when I say thank you. Awesome. Thus increasing the chances of 5-star and 6-star gear. Baller. Just straight baller. I love it. I've never said baller in my life, but I love it. Add a Withering gear to Ascended Steel Widow. Even with 7th gear set in the pool, the chance of getting a 5-star or better piece of gear for any one particular set has increased due to the removal of 4-star gear from the pool. Perfect. Yep. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with adding another set to the pool at 11+, because that means like no 4-star. Makes it more worthwhile, even if they're still slow. But with these new pieces from co-op, these new gear sets from co-op, the Ascended bosses will find quicker teams in time. New achievements added for level 13 and level 15. Elder Drake of Steel Widow. Thank you for the achievements. That gives us something to actually work for. New achievement added for each difficulty of the new co-op boss, Ball Dragor. Increased maximum energy cap from 40 from 97 to 100. Awesome. We love big round numbers. Hell yeah. Increased Brutal gear sets bonus from 30% to 35% attack. Okay. So Brutal might be a little bit more worthwhile over Mortal now on some champions. Awesome. Find me button for leaderboards to show your current rank. Cool. That's nice quality of life change. Fixed many bugs related to the display of video advertisements. Thank you. I know a ton of people are having issues with that. That's awesome. Still fixing bugs. Always good to hear. Fix a bug where Ultimate Blitz gave less experience at higher difficulties than at lower difficulties. I never noticed. But that's cool. And then new features, outfits. So we already talked about all the outfits. We'll skim this real quick, guys, because I know the video is probably getting long. Granted, no statistical bonus, upgraded level 5 times, give small stat bonus, each plus 1%. We already talked about that. All modes except 5v5, those are flat stats. All champions can have a classic outfit, which is a default appearance of the champion. Classic outfits have the same statistical bonus as other ones. Outfit upgrades can only be obtained using a combination of gold and outfit tokens and new currency, which can be obtained in 5v5 and co-op raids. Outfit upgrades and their ascended benefits cannot be purchased for real money. The bonuses granted by outfits are always the same stat for the same champion, so players will never have to choose an unwanted appearance for statistical reasons. Thank you. That's awesome. The bonuses granted by outfits are always the same across all champions. We just read that. I do that all the time in Twitch chat. I read the same shit twice. Whoops. Outfits each have a rarity, which is no impact to their stats. Rarity is a rough classification based on the quality of visual improvements and other unique cosmetic aspects of the outfit. Cool. I like rarity. That's fun. Makes things easier or harder to obtain or more sought after and more rare. Cool, cool, cool. Gives you more value to the player to obtain it. All the initial release outfits will come with special glow VFX on the champion that improve when the outfit is max level. Dope. Currently, there are 3 rarities of outfits available on release, with more to come. Classic, Basic, and Elite. Classic, the default appearance of the champion. Basic, a new appearance for the champion. And Elite, new appearance with special visual treatments or changes to the champion's 3D model. I imagine that being the magical girl animations and stuff, but for current champions in the game that didn't get given that same kind of love that the magical girl did. That was probably just the introduction to these new things. So I'm stoked to see what they do with some of these champions. 3 new types of currency that are used to purchase outfits: outfit tokens, exalted outfit tokens, and special outfit tokens. So outfit tokens obtainable from 5v5 co-op raids, bonus daily quests for those modes, used along with gold to upgrade outfits. Some outfits can be unlocked with gold and outfit tokens. Okay. Exalted outfit tokens can be purchased in the shop. These are only used to unlock limited outfits, cannot be used to upgrade outfits. So you can get limited outfits. So by limited outfits, it's either meaning a certain amount or limited as in like special edition. Hey, get this one for these 7 days only. They didn't really specify, but I'd guess it's the latter. Cannot be used to upgrade outfits. Good. Can't get stats from money in the shop. Good. Special outfit tokens, a reward for top guilds in the co-op rank leader guild leaderboards, used to unlock specific outfits that cannot be obtained in any other ways. Cannot be used to upgrade outfits. So you can get sweet, supposedly sweet. They might look like poop, but we'll find out. I'm guessing they're going to be super cool special outfits for high-ranked guilds. Very cool. To make the game more competitive, to get these cool outfits. That's awesome. I love that they're putting out new specific things only to increase the competitiveness of guilds. That's awesome. Outfit menus added, new outfits tab in the shop, outfits tab in the champion roster, outfits tab in the collection book. So cool. So much new stuff this update. I cannot wait. New outfits released by rarity. Classic outfits. All champions have a classic outfit unlocked with gems or the outfit token plus gold. Basic outfits unlocked with gems or tokens plus gold. Molten Blade Mercenary. Unlocked with outfit tokens plus gold, so not gems, but yeah, only available through tokens plus gold is Yin Yang Boon Sisters, Evil Spirit Crowhag, Jewel Golem, and Medic Valkyrie. Yeah, give me that Medic Valkyrie. You guys know me. I love the Valks. I can't wait. I'm planning to build the fire one after I build the dark one, and I'll do the water one last. I freaking love the Valks. I'd love to have Medic Valkyrie. Unlock the Exalted outfit tokens, Cyborg Shark, and Djinn Timekeeper. Yeah, they said buffs are coming to the Sharks too. So, dang, they're really pushing these Sharks. And then Timekeeper skins. All right, Elite outfits. This is what the guild competition is going to be over. Unlocked with gems or outfit tokens plus gold. Or maybe not. Elite outfits? Special outfit tokens. Okay, so not quite. Elite outfits maybe, but unlocked with gems or tokens plus gold. Cyber Bounty Hunter. Didn't they say? Oh, Molten Blade Mercenary. Cyber Bounty Hunter. Okay. Alabaster Sentinel. Deathbringer Scan Berserker. Unlocked with Exalted outfit tokens. Fallen Archangel. Hell yeah. Shrine Maiden Boon Sister. And Warlord Spearman? Nobody wants a Spearman. What? All right, anyways, moving on, guys. Moving on. Unlocked with special outfit tokens, the co-op raid leaderboard reward, Midnight Dryad. It's a shame I haven't built a Dryad yet, you guys. But still, cool. More will come. Boss raids. Added visual indicator for each boss in rage mechanic. Thank you, so we can know when they're in rage. Bosses now gain stacks of rage buff. There's a purple buff icon with an angry face. Each stack of rage increases the boss's damage by 1%. Has no impact on difficulty of the boss. The mechanic already existed. Was not displayed on the HP bar. So now we can essentially know their rage timer or their rage statistic now. Cannot be removed. Cool. Fixed bug where invisible wall was causing the Diva Catchy Tune skill to ricochet. We talked about that. Reduce the intensity of the flash on the bosses when they receive damage. Increase some of Bull Demon King's attack animations when an attack speed buff is applied to it. Guys, I said at the beginning of the video, I just got back from the dentist. My teeth really hurt right now. But we're almost done, it looks like. Arena increased regeneration rate of PvP energy to 1 per 30 minutes. So we get more PvP charges a week. Great, that'll help people climb higher. Rework the league system. Not having reward brackets may be reworked. Or that reward brackets may be reworked. So they didn't tell us how they reworked them, just that they reworked them. But I'll take it. That's fine. We'll have to wait and see. Fix a bug with streak bonuses. Sweet. 5v5. Rework league system, same thing. Awesome. Added trophy count to lobby. Many stability improvements and bug fixes. Awesome. Champion balances. Many AI improvements to fix casts or cases where champions would stop moving. We talked about that. AoEs from Archangel, Astromancer, Dryer, Esper, Fox Assassin, Golem, Scion, Sentinel, Valkyrie won't cause AI to stand out of the area doing nothing. The Archangels fixed a bug that caused the Archangel to not receive increased healing from skill levels on Sacred Spear. Fixed okay. The invulnerability thing we already talked about, 6.5 seconds. This has no impact on a single Archangel, but prevents an exploit where a party could be invulnerable 100% of... I don't know if it's an exploit, it's a bad mechanic you put in the game, own up to it. But nonetheless, I'm not calling anybody out or saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's really not an exploit. I'm just kind of nitpicking your terminology. It's a bad mechanic that was available to be used in the game, wasn't thought through 100%, and that's okay. We're making changes so that it's not a bad mechanic anymore. It's not a broken mechanic. So cool. Could be invulnerable 100% of the time by stacking Water or Dark Archangel at the same time. Awesome fix. Awesome update. I like that. Also prevents infinite invulnerability in certain ways. Party configuration then, okay, yeah, from like stacking CDR in-game. Crowhag, Bad Omen, Water, now removes 1 buff each time it hits an enemy. If a buff was removed successfully, it inflicts 1 stack of OGD. Dang, okay. That's a big change already to Water Crowhag right there. Noxious Poison, Water and Light. Now breaks shields in addition to its other effects. And Noxious Potion. Damage has been increased. Dark Pact. Evil Bargains. Ritual HP costs have been reduced from 25% to 10% of current HP. They really want people to play with the Crowhangs. Crystal Priest. AI changes to allow using Bolster, Dark Water, when allies are full HP to spam immunity. Okay. We decided it's because most players value this skill for its immunity effect rather than healing. Awesome. So Zircon is now going to be a viable immunity buffer for early game players again instead of just Garai. Or Ella if you have her. Sweet. I like that. Dragon Guard. Instead of having a chance to gain defense buff, the Dragon Guard gains a massive % increase of his base defense when he is below 30% HP. This can stack with the raised defense buff he raises from another source. Receives it from another source. New auto skill for the Dark and the Fire. Okay. Whenever an ally drops below 30%, the Dragon Guard gives that ally the Undying buff. So Dragon Guard prevents champions from dying in a different way, but similar than the magical girls. Just like an Undying buff like the Scan Berserkers have, like the water and the dark. Each ally can only be affected once every 45 seconds. That's a cool new mechanic to the game. Or not a new mechanic, but a new skill for them. Guardian's Impact Fire now raises defense of all nearby allies, including Dragon Guard, in addition to... Oh, another Nat 3 defense buffer. This is huge. There's so little defense buffers in the game right now, you guys. That's awesome. Fire Dragon Guard, new OP unit. Undying and defense buff. GG, it's over. Fire Dragon Guard. Best 3-star in game. Holy cow. Probably not, guys, but I like it. Esper, bug fix for the Psychonic Barrier issue that was happening. If you're not aware of what that was, drop a comment below. We'll talk about it more. Fairy, Mystic Barrage, and Magic Nova will only deal a maximum of 3 damage instances on a target. The damage instances limit resets where the projectiles come back. Okay. So they're lowering their damage, it sounds like. Golem players will now be able to interrupt Earthquake on Ground Pound by moving. Good. Ink Ninja, AI. Prefers to use Ink Slash first to set up the higher damage combo with his other skills. Fixed bug with the Ink Spirit Calling was not dealing damage in 5v5. So they fixed the Ink Ninja and the Nature Ink in 5v5, and then they changed his AI so he combos his skills better, so he might be more usable now. Cool. Magical Queen of Hearts will only deal 1 instance of damage per target. Okay. Mercenary, Shark, Scam Berserker, Spearman. Alright, we're almost done, guys. Mercenary. Bounty for All, Light and Water Mercenaries, a new basic attack skill that inspires nearby allies with each swing increasing the next instance of damage they deal by 10%. This effect stack, so they can stacks up to 5 times. Up to 50% damage increase on next attacks from allies. That's kind of cool. Knack of Survival. Fire Dark, Nature and Dark. New basic attack skill that replaces Slash. Instead of increasing the damage of the Mercenaries' next skill, each attack now inspires all nearby allies, increasing the instance of damage they receive. Decreasing the instance of damage they receive by 10%. This effect can stack up to 5 times. Okay, so reducing damage and adding more damage to the party and from the party. Cool. So Mercenaries are more of like a support champ now. Awesome. Shark, Hungering Strike, all elements. Now causes Shark passively gain regeneration whenever a nearby enemy dies in 5v5 water only. Triggers on kill or assist on a champion kill, but not on troops. Last attack dealt while affected by Feeding Frenzy, Fire, or Mortal Edge Light now inflicts legendary mortal wounds. Okay, so the last attack dealt by Feeding Frenzy. Okay, so a way to apply that legendary debuff, Mortal Wounds, that can't be stripped. Except for by that new set. And ignores immunity. Legendary debuff ignore half the target's resistance and cannot be removed by skills that remove debuffs. Sure. Corkscrew, Rush, Darken Nature. Now adds a shield in addition. Shield skills off Shark's attack. Undertow Rush, Water. Now lowers attack speed in addition to its other effects. Now grant 15% bonus to crit chance. Cool. Berserkers. Water and Dark. Battle Hardened Will. A new basic attack that passively reduces damage dealt by enemies proportional to how many times the enemy has attacked the Scam Berserker during the fight. Nature gets Revenge, a new basic attack that passively increases damage dealt to enemies proportional to how many times the enemy has attacked the Scam Berserker during the fight. Okay, so the more he gets hit, the more damage he does. Could be better for a farmer. Cool. Berserker's Blow, Fire and Light, now passively increases all damage of all skills, not just the one. Cool. Bloodthirsty Rampage for Water, Nature, Light, now raises defense while spinning. Okay. Unstoppable Rage and Juggernaut won't be affected by cooldown reducing effects from other champion skills, still affected by leader trait and gear. So the Water and the Dark Scan Berserkers might not be as viable for cheesing Ultimate Blitz, normal, epic, and legend anymore. Cool. Makes people have to think and build teams. I like it. Warcry now ignores elemental relation while trying to apply its defective buff, or debuff effect. Alright, I don't even know what the debuff effect is on that, but cool. Spearman fixed a bug with the Spearman would stay stuck on attack animation. So, I saw Spearman down there, I was like, sweet, how are they going to make the Spearman not food? They didn't, guys. Spearman's still food. Awesome. That's it. My teeth hurt. Check out the notes yourselves. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm stoked about this. I can't freaking wait. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a long video. I'm sorry. I try not to do as like long videos like this too often, but I'm so excited about all this. I had to talk about it. See you guys as always in the next one. Doses.